Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I posted a video about DIY car upgrades and installations on the Mini, but in today's video I'm going to walk you through on the procedures on how to install an LED light kit on the classic Mini. Now there are a lot of LED light kits out there for the Mini from different brands and manufacturers. You can get them from different websites. For example, minispares.com, I think they have one for the Mini for around £300. The one that I'll be installing onto my Mini is the cheapest one available on Amazon. So as you can see, it cost me only $79.99. I think it's a really good deal. It has the so-called halo ring, the LED ring on the outside, and it changes to amber when you apply the turn signals. So without further ado, let's get straight into the installation procedures. So firstly, you want to remove the screw at the bottom of the headlight trim ring. That will allow you to release the clips at the bottom of the ring, and by gently pulling the bottom of the ring, that will also release the clips on top, and the whole headlight trim ring should come off very easily, like so. After that, you want to remove the headlight retaining ring. That's essentially the part that's holding in the headlight assembly. So you want to remove the 3 Phillips head screws on the retaining ring, and that should release it from the headlight bucket. So as you remove the headlight retaining ring, the headlight unit should fall straight out. Be careful not to damage the light itself, and you definitely do not want to leave it dangling like this. So remember to disconnect the 3-pin connector quickly, and also the connector for the parking light as well. So as you can see, the LED headlight does come pre-installed with a 3-pin connector, and that's for the power wiring for the low and high beam. As for the halo ring and the amber ring, well, as you can see, the wires do come with a flat connector, and unfortunately the original wiring for the parking light, it has a round connector. So in order to hook everything up and get power from the original wiring, I'll have to replace the round connector with a flat connector. So after fiddling with the wire and applying some force at the end of the connector, I've securely fitted it to the stripped end of the wire. This is where a crimping tool will really come in handy, but if you don't have one, a pair of pliers will still get the job done. Now I'm gonna plug everything in and see if the halo ring is getting power from the original wiring, and see whether it will light up as it should. But wait a second, what do we do with the black round wire that we disconnected from the parking light earlier? Well, this wire is no longer needed because the amber ring and the halo ring is getting its ground directly from the 3-pin connector. So what you have to do is just to wrap it in electrical tape, and that should keep it insulated. Well, as you can see, the halo ring is working as it should. It's very bright. Now I'm gonna test the low beam and the high beam as well. Okay, there we go. The high and low beams are also working fine, so that's a relief. In that case, I'm gonna go ahead and install an extra wire to the power wiring for the turn signals to supply power to the amber ring light. I'll explain what I mean in a minute. To get access to the wiring of the turn signal, you'll need to partially disassemble the turn signal light assembly. You'll need to take out the Phillips head screws, 2 on the plastic lens and 3 on the base, and you simply pull the whole thing out like so. That will reveal the power wiring hidden behind the wheel arch. So the green one that I'm pointing at is where I will be getting the power from. If you look behind the wheel arch, so bear with me for a second. Not sure if you guys can see this clearly, but there's actually a hole at the back end of the light bucket, which allows the wiring, the wire loom, to come through. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna thread a wire roughly ½ a meter long through the hole on the light bucket, and place one end of the wire next to the green wire shown earlier, and I'm gonna splice them together. As you can see, the hole on the light bucket is sealed off by this rubber sleeve. The hole on the rubber sleeve is very small, so I'll assume that it will be a very tight fit, or it will be very hard to get a wire through it. So I've pried out the plastic sleeve from the hole just to get a better idea of what I'm dealing with, and things are not looking too good. It's an extremely tight fit, and I think the material of the rubber sleeve is not very flexible, so it was very hard to get a wire through it. So I've decided to just cut it open and to free up more space for the extra wire. So let me quickly show you what I've done here. I've threaded the wire through the hole on the headlight bucket, and the wire goes all the way around the air duct for the heater, and it comes out of the hole on the front panel. What I'll do next is I'm gonna splice the green wire and the new wire together with a tab slice connector. You should be able to get these from your local hardware store pretty easily. For splicing of the wires, it should be pretty straightforward. You just have to place both of them in the connector, and you apply force on the metal piece using a pair of pliers. Make sure you fold in the cover on the connector and make sure it snaps in place securely. To finish off the job, I installed a flat connector on the other end of the new wire. After that, we're pretty much good to go. As you can see, the amber ring light is getting power from the wiring of the turn signal. First impression, I'm really impressed by the brightness and the sharpness of the LED light. Let's check out the results, shall we? If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. What do you think of the new LED headlights? Do you prefer the original look of the Mini, or do you prefer the more modernized resto mode look? Please let me know in the comment section below. Personally, I think they look sick, and I'm amazed by how well the installation had turned out. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.